Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Crimson Court. We do have in the bottom left Liquid Cure, and in the top right we do have our blue Zerg player Reynor, the Italian, playing in Korea. Still living there currently, and yeah, training there basically. And yeah, remember, this is a rematch from the Gamers 8 Grand Finals, if I'm not mistaken. That time Reynor did take the crown there over Cure, but Cure is definitely someone who can bring the heat to this formidable Zerg player. It looks like Cure is going for the low ground wall off here with 2 barracks. And remember, the add-ons are going to be on the outside, so they're a little bit vulnerable for counter-attacks, but well, what you're trying to attempt here is gain map control with those Reapers anyway, so we're gonna go for most likely 3 Reapers. Sometimes the Chinese players, for example Coffee, they really love those 4 Reaper openings. And it allows you to actually really deny a 3rd base, like cancel it if you commit. Oh wow, this is a 3rd barracks, okay. This is completely something completely different. Oh, alright, Cure going for a fast one here. So what this is very interesting because it's a little bit off meta right now, and I really love this decision because you show you basically do it the same way, right? You do 2 barracks in the front and wall off the front, and then you hide one inside your main. But the Zerg usually doesn't scout for the 3rd one, so he'll only know that it's 3 Rex Reapers when they already start to snowball at 4 Reapers. This is really a brilliant move into this meta game right now, because it's so standard to go for 3 Reapers with the 2 racks here. Maybe even 4 Reapers, but then you stop. And you expect to stop them. You don't expect them to have oh my god. He's going in for the scout. I love it. Reynor's not gonna get blindsided. Yeah, so he is gonna see this. Beautiful play here. This barracks should have been way more to the right. I mean, it's also scoutable. Maybe it should have been proxied somewhere in a random location. But yeah, let's see what the Reapers are going to do. Reynor does have all the information. He knows, hey, this is 3 Rex Reaper. Of course, it's not as all in as it used to be. You can still go back into an economic play from this, but you need to do something. You need to at least get some drone kills, some queens, and, well, delay the 3rd for a very long time. Or kill it maybe even. Trying to go for the jump up here. He's gonna regen first, maybe using the high health one, trying to snipe those links, zone them out there. I love this execution. Recently, most of the Terrans have been doing this very consistently, and I really like it because it's something they should have been doing a very long time ago already. He's actually tagging the hatchery. I don't know what that's gonna achieve there. He's not gonna kill that one. There's already 2 mini queens out. They also can transfuse the hatchery, so there's no issue there. Trying to go for some queens here, finally getting the target here. He could snipe that one on the very low end. It has the most energy, so the other ones don't have a transfuse actually. And we do have a spine in the front. I love this. Reynor saying, alright, I'm not gonna under defend here. I'm gonna have a spine and the queens in different position. And yeah, he's already tagging those Reapers there from the high ground. Lovely play. Those queens are starting to get some energy, and Q needs to get something done here very soon. I mean, only getting map control with this is not what you're looking for. He's also he cut himself off from this position. I don't think this is really the map you wanted to do this, because remember, this base is kind of safe. There is no Reaper jump up point. There's only rocks you have to commit through. And then you could mine out those yourselves, or these ones, but you kind of open up yourself as well. So this 3rd is very defended naturally by the design of the map, so I don't think this is actually the best choice for this map, this opening. Of course, this is transitioning into a 3 racks with a 3rd CC, so Cure is going for very fast infrastructure here and very low on units. Very interesting approach here. And trying to boost his economy up as much as he can here. Of course, the Zerg 3rd is a little bit delayed because he had to make, what, how many links is that? Way too many to count. And he also made a spine, so all these minerals, they could have been the 3rd hatchery. basically like 2 minutes earlier. Not 2 minutes, but a minute earlier. Starport coming online here, and this is gonna be a 16 marine drop. Oh, maybe it's gonna be... He's gonna use those Reapers. We're gonna see. So he has two options here. He can either drop his marines into the main and join them with the Reapers, or he can split up his army, or he can drop both. It's 3 options, alright. I can't count. You guys got me. I love this, by the way. Completely mining out this area. It's gonna open up such an easy retreat and flanking position here for Reynor. Some of the Zergs don't really go for that, actually. They just mine it out very quickly and then go for optimal mining on their bases. Oh, this is nice, though, getting those overlords here before medevac's out even. This is very risky, though. Remember, there is speed on those links. The Reapers are gonna try to keep those marines safe, but you don't want to lose this pack of units here. That's Cure. This is some pressure you want to apply if you can, but you want to do it risk-free. You don't want to lose your army right now. If you lose your army, basically, Reynor's just gonna go for counterattack and gonna win the game because you have nothing at home. There's one Jimmy here, sitting at the entrance. That's it. All right, so Cure is splitting up his army. He's not gonna elevate or anything. And Reapers are posturing at the main. And, well, those guys are going for the third. And they're unscouted right now. Finally, we see Reynor does have vision of this unit pack. And he already has roaches in position. But those roaches, they're not enough. Those are stimp marines. They pack a punch. They can kill roaches if they focus fire there. Beautifully done here by Cure, actually. Trading pretty well there. And dropping over here. This is lovely. But already rocks are destroyed, so Reynor can reinforce here rather quickly. Also has creep in position. Getting this one destroyed as well as soon as possible is one of his next attempts here, next goals. Reynor this. And we're gonna see the transition here. This might be just an Atrax follow-up, or maybe we're gonna go into the second factory and then a lot of tanks, Widow Mines. We're gonna see what Cure wants to do here. So far this looks like a ton of marines with good upgrades here, but of course he is behind in upgrades. Remember, Carapace, hey, it's already done here for Reynor. He played for the long game from the get-go, and Cure's is just halfway done. I mean, he does have both upgrades on the way at the same time, but Reynor managed to sneak out this Carapace very early. He needs to start his second Carapace, though, as soon as he gets the gas there. Trying to stay ahead of the curve here. And those Reapers are on defense, man. He still has all Reapers alive from the early game. This is kind of a weird group still to have around at this stage of the game, in the mid game. And for example, they're gonna be very bad against those roaches. They can fight very well against banelings. It's like a weird thing, but Reapers don't take extra damage from banes. They're not light. Oh, they are actually light. Okay, they do take extra damage. All right. But I think they can still take 3 hits. And the Marine only can take 2. They have 60 health. And Marines do have, what, 45? 55 with the combat shields. I think the Reaper can take 1 more extra hit. Maybe with the combat shields it's different, but... Man, they're still good, like... They can bounce the Banes if you still micro them. They can bounce roaches if you micro them, even though against roaches it's gotta be like a one-trick pony, right? They're probably gonna diminish very fast afterwards. But you're very curious to see how he's gonna use those in his army still. And also, it's kind of a backstab you're keeping around, right? It's something, a very mobile force. It's maybe faster even than a medevac. And it can really kill a worker line very, very fast with that many Reapers. So far though, well, both players kind of just building up here. And Cure is deciding to just go for a 4th CC here. He's gonna mass up some tanks. This tank is gonna be in a safety position here to guard the 3rd base. And we're probably gonna see like the 4th gonna be set up here to get a pushing position going here into Reynor's, Ridge Gas base there. And yeah, tanks are very strong on this on this map, so I really don't dislike this choice here. We do have the double factory setup indeed, but already we do see Vipers, so we're gonna need something against those Vipers. Either it's gonna be Ghost or it's gonna be some Vikings here. And yeah, most of the time it's gonna be Ghost here. We're gonna see though, the Ghost transition is not there yet. But we do have a lot of tanks. The Cure is trying to go for mass over quality right now. And it's working out for now. He did deny the geyser, but he optimally wants to kill the base. He's gonna lose the tank, maybe. Oh, beautiful pickup here. Can he get one more? This actually is on the low ground. It's gonna get sniped though. Still, but this base has been killed off here. No new base for Reynor in that position. And remember, this is a good staging point to push into the main, and that's where most of the tech is. So you need to be careful as Reynor, like as much as I said, you need to be careful. Even those Reapers, they could join up. Oh, he's not gonna commit to this. Wow. Cure there. Very safe, actually. And can he kill those Lurkers? If he can get those Lurkers, maybe even these Vikings can get the Vipers as well. Then he might even take the game here. But Reynor, beautiful pullback here. He's gonna pull back the Roaches as well into position, and everything is here clumped up. The Vikings did not find a Viper yet. Is he gonna get the first one? Actually, this is a beautiful snipe here. A little bit sloppy there from Reynor, having the Viper out of position basically. And not sniping that Viking fast enough. But hey, Cure is kind of pushing through right now. Reynor's army is a little bit diminishing here. And those Roaches, they need to reinforce. We need some extra Roaches. Ravagers need to snipe that tank. And I think the last Viper might have just been pushed back there by the Vikings. So, as I said earlier, you can either try to go for Vikings or for Ghosts to try and counter the Vipers. Oh, is this gonna get intercepted? No, we already do have the reinforcement. Whoa, this Medivac is so low. This is so low. Can he get it? No. The tank also is very low. It got dropped out. It did do one shot and then it died. Nay. It did get its value. Oh, this is hold position Lurkers. Oh. Maybe waiting until they're on top is not the exact hold position you're looking for there. This is something very interesting we just saw there. This is an inexperience on how to use hold position Lurkers against Marines, basically. If they, like, specifically for hold position Lurkers, right? Because this is something you always see in StarCraft Brood War, but it's such a rare play in StarCraft 2, even though it can perfectly work the same time, right? The thing though is you naturally do have more scans in StarCraft 2 than you have in StarCraft Brood War. So something like hold position Lurkers in StarCraft Brood War are way stronger. Now, if this knight does not get killed, man, it has probably some Lurker Ling inside. There's also the Roach attack here to the third base. Could find a lot of damage. We do have a lot of army here though in play, so I don't expect those Roaches to do much. But these Lurkers, man, good luck clearing those. Also an attack into the fourth base here, and things are looking grim for Cure. Cure is gonna pull the trigger and say, hey Reynor, GG. Very well done here by Reynor, completely smashing Cure again there. But let's not forget that Cure did go for the 3 Rex Reaper opening, and I mean, he did not lose the Reapers, but he also didn't really gain that much value. He forced a Spine, he forced maybe like 10 more Lings, but that's not worth 3 Rex Reaper. Definitely not. So, very well defended there by Reynor. He did not really lose a Queen, he didn't really lose anything. Reynor up 1-0 here. And let's jump into game number 2. There we go. In the top left we do have our red Terran player Cure playing for Team Liquid, and in the bottom right we do have our blue Zerg player Reynor playing for Basilisk. Excuse me scores, thanks. 1-0 for Reynor. Thank God we watched the first map first. So, for example, going for a 3 Rex Reaper on this map, I would have liked much more. But Cure not gonna attempt for anything of those sorts here. Gonna most likely Reaper expand Could be a Marine expand or Reactor expand. If you want to be rather greedy. We're gonna see. And Reynor also going for the standard opening here. Gas into pool after the hatchery. So fast speed timing there, comparison to what he's playing in the ZVP matchup, where he's prioritizing his faster queens to get extra creep and lava injects and have those beefy queens in position. Alright, at this point I want to remember everybody, please to follow the channel if you haven't already. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me a lot to keep creating this content and more like this and other content as well. It helps a lot. Every tiny support is very much appreciated. Thank you so much, everybody. Coming in for a drone assassination, bouncing to a very interesting location there. Oh my god, he gets the kill there. Beautifully done. Reynor was out of position and then got a little bit greedy on the second drone as well. Not gonna morph those into spores. Man, that Reaper already killed more drones than those 3 Rex Reapers from map number 1. Beautiful opening here for Cure so far, actually. That's a ton of damage, man. That's like 10% of your economy at this point. That's so much. Two drones for 1 Reaper and he's still alive. If you're at 20 drones that you kill 2 drones, man, lose 2 drones, that's a ton of workers actually. Always need to think in percentage, right? How many of how much, right? Or how much of how many. However you want to put in. Reaper's gonna stay alive. Try to go for the creep tumor here. Is not gonna find it. Roach Warren is gonna be the tech of choice here for defensive purposes on Reynor's end again. Of course, this allows you offensive pushes as well with like green drops and 1-1 roach timings and stuff like that. There's a lot of things you could do with a Roach Warren. It just enables you to have a little bit more beef in general. This is a very interesting thing here. A barracks floating out, this being seen by Reynor. Then we're gonna have a look at the main base here in a second. And there we go. So far this is just gonna be 3cc Hellion Banshee. So it doesn't need to mean anything here. Hey, is this gonna be Mac blah blah blah? Most likely not. But in fact we did see, if you've watched Atosis stream or watch the Atosis casts too. There is a game from Björn against... Who was it? It was a Zerg player. Oh my god. No, it was a Protoss player actually. Okay, different matchup, but yeah, he played like Mass Cyclone against Maxpax indeed. Alright, and he yeah, managed to take the game there. Very interesting stuff. It might have been not up yet on the Atosis cast too, but if you want to see that one, it's up there at some point. And we do see indeed extra barracks here going down. So this is gonna be a normal play here from Yo and Reynor. Hey, he's just gonna try and probe the entrance, but he's gonna see, oh wow, you actually do have the safety Banshee, so I can't really do anything. He's also going for cloaks. Of course, those double cloak Banshees, they can one-shot those drones and beautifully escape with a cloak there. Do some nice kind of free harassment if you find the angle. Oh, did he just shoot his own overlord there? Man, Reynor. Really loving that A-click. Was finishing up though in time here. Everything is solid defended. Fourth base on the way. Reynor's looking good. I mean, he lost those 2 drones, which probably is like, I don't know, the most drones he lost to Reapers in the last week or something. And yeah, we see the upgrades are quite far behind here from Reynor. Only starting up the Evo chambers now, upgrades already going for our Terran player here. And let's see what's gonna be the next step from the Terran. So of course we're gonna get the double medivacs there in place, and then we're gonna get some marine pressure on the map. But I already spy the 4th CC being thrown down here before the next barracks. So we're gonna go into a little bit more of an economic play here from our Terran player, and not for the crazy Atrax, for example, which kind of needs to kill your opponent. He's going for so many units. Of course, he would have been very late on the barracks there. But even going 4th CC before the 5 racks setup is a little bit rare, actually. So trying to go a little bit faster there on the economy. Cure, that is. And I really like this, taking a small risk here, trying to kind of keep himself safe with this Banshee and Hellion force and the pressure. Oh, you don't want to lose the Banshee though, that's a little bit of a waste there. Beautiful snipe here by our Italian. There we go, Marines pushing out with the first medivacs. These two needs to run back. Yeah, you guys want to guard your tanks here. Yeah, Reynor, and he's just saying, alright, you have very low map presence. I mean, you have some Hellions, you have like 1 Banshee left. But so far there has been very little commitment onto the map, so I can just go take 5th base here and beautifully grow onto the map. We do have Baneling speed coming in here, so those roaches, they just have been made for some safety beefiness. Maybe get some Ravagers in the later stages to snipe some tanks eventually. Not gonna be the case yet. So far they're gonna just pull off a defense here, beautifully done. Just gonna be a trade. I mean, it's probably gonna be a better trade for Cure, but Reynor should have been mining more, so in the end it's gonna work out fine for him. And yeah, those are not even gonna find those tumors. Well, at least they get some bounce. And there we go. First push is gonna come over here from our red Terran player and trying to snipe this base from the Zerg. We're gonna see if Reynor is gonna have everything in position to fight this one back. We do see our first few Ravagers. The links are gonna be... Wow, actually gonna have 1-1 here. Perfectly kind of timed out for this push. And yeah, this should be an easy pushback here for Reynor, actually, with those upgrades coming in at just the right time. And we see this is gonna be defended. No issue whatsoever. Not even really a trade there, man. Cure completely getting smacked down. Losing his tanks is kind of a sad thing. Like resetting the tank count while you already try to go for faster economy over units. So you're already kind of light on those anyways. And then losing them just like that? Man, that's not what you were looking for. You were kind of looking for to go up to a number like 6 tanks or something, right? And then really bring the heat to those Roach Ravager. Yeah, this drop is not going to do anything. This kind of Marine force needs to get out of the way. They're trying to snipe some Ravagers, but well, he's going to find 2 and gets pushed back by the Banes. And now he needs to be careful. He needs to be in position to push back this attack from Reynor, actually. And well, he is in position. Going for a 5th CC here, so very fast on those, on the growth basically onto the map here. And we still are lacking the Ghost Academy. So, checked everything, and there is no Ghost Academy, no transition into higher tier. Technically Ghost is only 1.5 or something, but it is one of those late game puzzle units you want as a piece for your Terran puzzle. And yeah, Reynor, man, been looking great actually. Oh, he did just kill that Medivac with a Viper here. We did only hear the sound, but indeed he just finished that one off. Remember, it had like 7 Marines or something inside. Getting a Bane with a stray Banshee is kind of cool. But now he's gonna lose the Banshee eventually. Gonna see Overseers on the way. And he is distracted. Maybe he can get the Banshee here. Getting that one would actually be huge. Gonna fly away. We do get a cancel here for Cure on the bottom. So, and also gets the drone. A little bit of a temper advantage here, finally. Going there for Cure. And he has so many idle SCVs. We saw this earlier in the main as well. The SCVs that build these 2 barracks They were sitting there for a long time. These two guys, they've been sitting here for a long time. This is kind of a little bit uncharacteristic for Cure, to be fair. But he's been focusing so much on the micro, it seems, that he's been slipping a tiny bit on his SCV idle time there. Reynor coming in to try to prevent this base. We're gonna see if he can manage to do that. So far he's just gonna get pushed back here. As we see, the Banshee was still alive, was beautiful in pushing this back, but did just fall here. Oh, wow, there was way too many transfuses, I think. That was a bit too much, no? Sacrificed a lot of queen energy there. He's gonna lose two of his queens. One had energy there. And trying to come in here for the big attack. He's gonna get some blinding clouds, parasitic bombs onto those Vikings in the air, which have been trying to snipe those Vipers before they couldn't get their spells done, but actually did not succeed. In the end though, this is beautifully pushed back here, and we do already have our first couple ghosts in the mix. So finally Cure going into that later stage of an army here. Also Liberators are joining the fray. I don't think we do have the range yet, so I'm not sure. Probably no fusion core yet. I'm gonna check in a little bit. But Cure needs to keep this army alive. He cannot just throw it away. He's been trading decent so far, and maybe he can stand his ground here, but Baneling's rolling in from a flanking position here. Ghosts are there to intercept, and Reynor, well, he needs to scramble a defense. He still has the money, and he has probably everything in production, but what is going to be his defense is going to be Ultralisks. I'm going to check a little bit here on the upgrades. They do already have the speed. Are they missing kiteness? Maybe they are. I think they should have kiteness though, yeah. They have 6 armor, so I'm pretty sure they do have kiteness. Should be 7 armor with +3, right? Still, they're kind of getting mowed down by those ghosts. But, man, Reynor is gonna push on here. He did save that low Ultralisk, which I like, so you can heal that one up, with your queens. You still need to get those queens back again though, because you lost all of those earlier. And Cure is just putting down some extra defenses. This is a planetary here on this side, so you should raise these depots, by the way, as Cure. Kind of make the entrance a little bit smaller there, get extra value from that PF you just managed to get out there in that position. And this is the most exposed position, so we don't have any buildings blocking here this area. This is a Ling Ultra composition, remember, so buildings are actually super strong in this kind of fight. And this might just be the perfect timing here for Reynor to push in. He's gonna kill the base. These medivacs had not unloaded their payload, so everything was not fighting here for Cure at the same time. We had a lot of supply tied up in the medivacs, not doing anything. Ultralisks are gonna push down into the south side. They're not gonna find anything though, but can he kill that last PF in the north here? It would be a huge peak off. Even if there are those extra CCs, he's killing so many SCVs, he's killing so much economy. Actually, this orbital, it needs to be lifted. It should not go down to an Ultralisk of all sorts. Oh my god, this is such a bad mistake here by Cure. Microing so much there and losing that CC actually completely. Saying, alright, you've got me. GG. Well played. And Reynor takes the series.